Hello everybody, welcome back to the Miracle Perspective, and this is the TMP Q&A Wednesday where you ask and I perspectivize. We've got a very interesting question, but before we get to the question, are you taking care of yourselves? Are you well? I hope you are. I hope you're treating life well, because the way you treat life, it's going to treat you back. Maybe sometimes not immediately, but it will. Trust the process. The question of the day is from a lady who states that I should not disclose her name in capital letters. This is what she says.
Hi, Miracle. Please do not disclose my name. So, I have a huge crush on this cute guy. My heart is even racing as I type this. Like, oh my gosh, Miracle, I love this guy, hey? But the problem is, this guy is just not seeing me. Well, I don't know if he's not seeing me or if he just doesn't see me the way I see him. The thing is, he's also telling me these things aren't going well with his girlfriend and he's tired of that relationship and he just doesn't know how to get out of it because they've been together with this girl for like more than 4 years now. So he always confides in me with his relationship problems and I'm always there to give him attention and an ear to listen to. So that's the thing that also gives me hope that perhaps one day this guy will see that I'm the one for him because everything happens for a reason, right? But it seems like this guy is taking forever to see that I'm here, Miracle. Jeez. I'm honestly tired of waiting, and I feel like it is also now draining me because every time he tells me about his issues with his girlfriend, as much as I want to be there for him, hearing him speak of her is just starting to annoy me. So, Miracle, right now, I'm planning on telling him how I feel about him. But this society has made it seem so wrong for women to be able to tell a man that they love him. I'm literally stuck. So, do you think it's a good idea to just tell him how I feel about him? Please help me, Mr. TMP.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a conundrum of conundrums, rock bottom of the rock bottoms. Ladies and gentlemen, I got people to help me out with this, and this is what they said. The first person was Leash, who said, first, what pursued having a crush? It is love or lust, or the fact that the guy always confides in her, or just loneliness. It's normal to be attracted to someone, but it's normal to be attracted to someone, but the attraction alone cannot sustain a relationship. She should assess why she thinks she loves him outside him confiding in her and his looks. And also, she should look at the bigger picture, where it's now her as the girlfriend and the guy has a female friend he confides in with their personal issues. Is it still the it? And also, since the guy is having issues with his girl, if it happens that he makes moves on her, it might not be of love but frustrations from his relationship, wanting to distract himself and get out of his current relationship, so he will settle for what's available without even thinking through it. So I say, she gives it time. Let him solve his issues with his girl. If they both see that it's not working, then mutually agree to separate, and not that they separate because of her. Then give him more time to heal and think about his life going forward and not rush him into another relationship. If it's truly for her, eventually, God willingly, they will be together. Strong points there. And we've got Zenani who says, no, it's not a good idea. If the guy felt the same way she feels, he would have told her, since he confides in her about his relationship with his chick. I think he only sees her as a friend. You cannot always complain and ask for an advice about your girlfriend to your crush. Hey, it's deep, guys. It's deep, okay. And Wise says, she must relax and follow the original plan of God. Women don't look for a man looks for a woman. If he liked her, he would have went for her. If she forces things, it will end in Tears. Guys, it's interesting to read all these different views. And Begimuzi is like, I for one see nothing wrong in telling the guy how you feel about him, but just make sure to check if he is not the cause of the problems in his current relationship. Yo! Because that might be the card of sympathy to get you to fall for him. Just saying. Yeah. Guys, this is an interesting situation, and you guys are giving me different views that are confusing me right now because all of you have points. Let me just give my perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should pay attention to the differences between men and women. Whatever you believe in, I say God. I believe that if God thought he wanted one type of humans, meaning males, only on earth, just for them to be there, to be the same, he would have done that. The opposite is true. If he wanted females only, he would have done that, right? But there's a reason why he created these two species, and that's because they're different. They're not the same. Men and women are wired differently, significantly so. And we might get confused in this current woke society where we believe that, hey, we are the smart and the gold of the earth. We are the people that the earth has been waiting for all along, which is what this new generation believes. We believe that we know it all. And I feel like we think that we are fundamentally the same and superficially different. And it's not the case. I believe we are fundamentally different. Men and women are fundamentally different. At best, they're superficially the same. In this manner, the wiring is different. The way men think is different from the way women think. The signals we both get are not the same. When I say I love you to a woman, it's not the same effect that a man gets when a woman says I love you. And we need to be clear with that. Where am I going with this? I'm going to this point. My lady, you have to choose a struggle. It's all gonna end in tears. I think it's important I let you know. It's gonna end in tears. Your situation right now, the way it is, it's gonna end in tears. You just have to choose a struggle. Do you want the tears to end now? Do you want it to end in tears now, or do you want it to end in tears later? That's the only choice you have to make here. Because you can choose to make it end in tears now by suppressing your own emotions and cutting ties with this guy. Say, you know what? This is too much for me. I can't handle. Let me just cut ties. I mean, you're not forced to be in friendship with this guy because now you're already not thinking friendship. Your agenda is not the same with this guy. He is there for friendship. Hopefully, you are there for connection, intimacy. You see, you are not there for the same thing. At least right now, we don't know that because he has not said anything to you. And right now you feel like it's your place to say you love him or tell him whatever you feel. But it's dangerous, man. If you're going to tell him that, be ready. Be ready. Say, here's a scenario. You tell him, hey guy, I'm me. I try to hold myself. But every time now you tell me about your girlfriend, I get annoyed, man, because I love you. Right? Let's assume he decides to say, my lady, I'm sorry. I didn't look at you like that. I saw you as a sister. When I see you, I see blood. You and I, we're family. How are you going to feel, my lady, if he says that? Or he just says, what? You love me? Are you joking? Are you kidding me? You can't love me. I mean, you and I come a long way. We are friends. Man, I see you as a friend and nothing more. How do you feel then? You might even end up killing yourself, which is not a great solution. Say, best case scenario, you tell him I love you. He says, yo, man, I was just hoping that you will come and tell me that because I couldn't do it myself. I love you too. I want to marry you. And he goes and divorces or break up with the current girlfriend, which is unlikely the case. And that would be the best case scenario for you. But even if that's the case, you see the way where the difference of men come in is that it's hard for many men would never say no to the proposal. They wouldn't. And that's just giving you a male perspective. Depending on the men, a very few percentage of the men would tell you that, hey, they would give you the honest truth in your situation. If he doesn't like you, he would tell you in a very good way that, hey, sorry, man, I don't see you like that. And I don't think it's right for us to do that. That would be a civilized man, a good man. And that would be a great friend to have. But many men, in the reality that we are living in, right? Not in this idea that we are trying to paint, in this reality. Many men would say, yo, man, that girl, I've been waiting for you to say that. I love you too. And then they chow. Boom, they're gone. And you're heartbroken. That is ending in tears, number 2. And that's the extreme. Because you've been waiting to tell him how you feel. But he didn't feel like that. But because he didn't want to disappoint you, he did what you wanted him to do. And now it ends in real tears. And then you end up saying he's a dog. Yes, he was a dog. He was a dog. But it's because you also presented yourself. So we're not wired like that, guys. We are wired, as men, we feel pride. There's this sense of pride that we have in knowing that we worked for this. And she said yes. Wow, we feel that sense of pride. It happens the other way, and it's good. Sometimes you might find that he was still planning on doing it, and you just beat him to it. You told him, and he was feeling like that, and obviously he's gonna say yes, and that's fine. There are those instances, but it's not a lot of instances. Many instances they would be like, you know what? I've been waiting for you, but they were not waiting for you. So I say right now, what you can do for yourself, my lady. If it's too much for you, if you really can't cope, like right now, the way you expressed yourself, you can't cope, just leave. Tell him that, hey man, you need your time alone. Be alone. Let him deal with his situation alone. And number 2, another important thing that you must pay attention to. Look, man, I was having a conversation with my dad this one time, and we're talking about this kind of things where I wanted to go and take another woman from another guy. And then he was like, Chief, be careful. Be careful of trying to build upon somebody else's foundation. Because it's dangerous. You can't take away somebody else from someone whom they had a foundation with and you just want to build upon. It's going to be hard for you because it will get to a point one day when he realizes that you were not the one and he tells you that I never wanted you. How are you going to feel then? After 10 years, when he tells you that you just forced me to eat, you got me under pressure, man. I couldn't say no. How are you going to feel then? You see? So allow him to be free. Allow him to decide on his own. Be away from him. So give him that state of freedom where he can think about his life independently of you, where he says, this is not working for me and I need to go to that girl. I realize that now that one is the one. It also, I feel like you will feel great if he comes back to you and say, man, I like you. And it's been a while. Knowing that you wanted him all along, but the fact that he's the one taking the initiative, it would make you feel great. So you have presented yourself is enough, and that's the best you can do. Present yourself and show him that you care and all those things. That's the best you can do. You can't do extra. You can't do more than that. Doing more than that is inviting tears for yourself. So separate. Tell him, man, I want my time alone and don't call me, I'll call you kind of thing. You get it? Then when he feels like he misses you and stuff like that, then he can come back to you and tell you that, hey, I like you and all that. But the best one is to stay away. Try to detach from that emotion if it's too much for you. And don't try to lure him into getting into your relationship with you. You don't want that. The consequences are not nice. So that is my perspective. If you have any more questions, send them through. I welcome your questions because they help us grow. They help me grow. They help you grow. We all grow as a community. If you are liking the content on The Miracle Perspective, do me a favor right now. Click the subscribe button. If you like what we're talking about, click the like button. It helps me as well with the algorithm of YouTube to get recognition and all those kind of things. Yeah, those nice things help me out here. So subscribe, like, comment, share, and come back again next week. We are going to be talking about interesting stuff. Watch the Legends Show because on the Legends Show, we are bringing power-packed content that you are going to enjoy. So watch us on Monday, 9 p.m. Catch this TMP Q&A Wednesday on Wednesday, 8 p.m. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. It's important to take care of yourself. It's finished.